All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on how this woman pretty much lied, man, in this video. This guy said to her, he said, what would you say if you had to pick one is the most, is the greatest celebration or the greatest celebration or the greatest sacrificial day that your people have, right? And then she went on to say, whichever one we're celebrating, right? Which is not true, right? Because the greatest celebration of an Israelite should be the Passover, right? And let me just prove that, man. All right, the greatest salvation of an Israelite is the Passover. All right, it's the greatest salvation that an Israelite has. It's the greatest thing that an Israelite has to talk about and to mention, man. All right, and let me just quickly show a few things, man. All right, these people are they ain't what it is, man. All right, this is Exodus chapter 12 and verse 40. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years, and it came to pass at the end of 430 years, even the self same day, that it came to pass that Yahweh of hosts went out, that all the host of Yahweh went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto Yahweh for the bringing them out of the land of out from the land of Egypt. This is the night of Yahweh to be observed of the children of Israel in their generation, of all the children of Israel in their generations. And that's talking about the Passover, man. This is talking about the Passover. But let's just go to this, right? Because some people say, oh, he didn't read that right or whatever. All right, whatever, man. Right? Whatever. Let's read this. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no be said, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Right? The greatest salvation of the Israelites still yet to this day. The greatest celebratory day yet still to this day. She should have said, if she knew what she was talking about, she should have said, is when the Israelites got saved out of the land of Egypt, the Passover, right? And you can watch this video for yourself from about 6 minutes, 15 seconds to around about 6 minutes, 21. But you can maybe skip forward about 20, 30 seconds before that. Or you can just watch the whole video and you see it for yourself. But she said that it was what everyone was celebrating, man. But that's not true. It's the Passover. The Passover is the greatest celebration because that is a destruction that Yahweh performed for the Israelites so that he could show his power in the earth throughout all the earth. Exodus chapter 9 and verse 16. And in very deed for this same cause have I raised thee up, for to show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Because when Yahweh caused what he did to Pharaoh, the reason why he did that, right? The reason why he didn't let Pharaoh let the Israelites go, let us go, the Negro, Latino, and Native American, was because he wanted to show his power throughout all the earth and make all these other nations fear us. And that's the same reason why in the captivity that we're in now, under these Idumeans and under all these other heathen nations, is because Yahweh wants to do the same thing again. But Yahweh's anger is stirring up more and more and more because in the times past, there was never nations that was trying to fake like how they're trying to fake to be us, like there is now, man. And how they're trying to just give us a non-people nation, man. They're trying to make us be no people. They don't want to make us be given any nationality, man. They want us to be nothing down here. These people don't want us to be anything, man. They don't want us to be able to have any kind of culture or any kind of heritage, man. And that woman lied, man. She said that the greatest celebration is what everyone was celebrating. That's not true. That's not true, man. And if they were really the people returning back to the land, they should already be celebrating a greater celebration than that, than Egypt. But we already know what time it is, that they ain't the people, man. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no one be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, that brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel from all the lands whither Yahweh had driven them, and I will bring them into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Right? That's the greatest celebration. Egypt. But in times to come, when the Israelites really return back to the land, there's going to be an even greater celebration than that. So people ain't even, that's not even going to be considered the greatest salvation anymore. That salvation back then was the greatest salvation, right? And still is to this day the greatest salvation of the Israelites, because they was in the land of Egypt for 430 years. 30 of those years was good while Joseph was there, but then Joseph died, right? Our forefather Joseph died, and then when the new Pharaoh raised up, he didn't know about Joseph, so he was like, "Who are these people? These ain't my people. These Israelites ain't our people," and he had fear, and therefore he caused his fear to turn to jealousy, and he put hardship on the Israelites, man, on us, and you can clearly see that spirit's out in the world again, in the place that spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is America, by where now, if a man calls himself an Israelite, right, he might lose his job. He might lose he might have been a billionaire and now he's not a billionaire no more. Or he might be told that he's gonna have to be suspended, and he's got to fit 6 requirements in order to get back to play any sport and be able to do his job. That's what will happen in the place that's spiritually called Egypt now. And that's why the Israelites are waiting to receive a great salvation from that place and from every other place that they've been scattered, man. But that woman lied, man. The greatest salvation of the Israelites is not whatever one they're celebrating. The greatest celebratory day of the Israelites is the Passover, right? And I'm going to end the lesson there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. Shalom.